Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. Now with the update and the realization that Carnage, from Iron Man and Black Widow Deadly Origins have been added to the game, so that we can kind of deduce the champions that are going to be in the upcoming Titan Crystal, which I'm going to be opening, by the way, so I will have nearly 5 of these, I think. Or I should be at 5, I hope, by the time it drops. Either way, I do think this picture is slightly inaccurate though, and I'm going to explain the difference of my own opinion versus Targaryen.MCOC's opinion in just a minute. So, the new Titan Crystal is going to arrive in game in October 14th. So it's very soon. Quite soon. Very soon. And I'm going to explain the champions leaving Titan Crystal as well. So, first let's get to the obvious. I do not think Carnage is going to be in this Titan pool. I do think it's going to be Beta Bill. So, no Carnage. Bad Carnage. I think it's going to be some sort of exclusive or added in some other crystal elsewhere. I think that's going to be a Cosmic Champion, Beta Ray Bill instead. So now we can look at all the champions in here. We have Silver Sable, which is absolutely awful. I hope they do give her a good rework, but she's awful. Then we have Negasonic, fairly solid champion. I do have her, but I wouldn't awfully mind duping her. Sim Supreme, which I think is a solid pull. It's not exactly what I'm after. Spider-Punk, as we know, is getting a buff. Hopefully that's meaningful enough for him to be relevant, but at the moment he has its place in the game right now on crit me meta defense, kind of. Then we have Prowler, and I would love to get myself a Prowler and dupe him, similar to Nova. I would love to get myself Nova and dupe him. Then we have Sim, which I wouldn't mind pulling too much either. We have Arcade and Leader, which I am not a massive fan of personally. Then we have Hood, which I do love, but I do think you really want him at a high sig for the cool power steals. Then we have Northstar, which I think is a waste of everything. Waste of color, waste of space, waste of brain and thought and information in my brain capacity. Waste of my brain capacity, that's what I was going for. And Patriot, who's not that much better, in my opinion. And then we're going to have Beta Bill, which I'm fairly indifferent for. I don't think Beta Bill's awful champion, but even though I did get a lot of pushback when I initially said be careful with Beta Bill hype, I think most of the players will agree that you don't see much Beta Bill around the contest these days, so do with that information what you will. And with Iron Man, no, not exactly after him, but Count Nefaria, Shatra, and Enchantress, I'm definitely after. So, all that said, I'm going to be opening new Titan Crystals myself personally, because the champions that are leaving the Titan Crystal, which we're going to discuss in just a second, I pretty much have all of them except the one that I also would want to pull now, which is ironically Luke Cage. Luke Cage definitely has had a glow up since his buff, since people realized that he can be a serpent counter, and I can't believe that, but I'm kind of jealous of people with duped Luke Cages. So there we go. But in a personal note, I do have Serpent duped, Ironheart duped, Dust unduped, but that's fine, and Blade unduped, and Destroyer duped. So the pool that's leaving effectively is just about everything I already have. So there's going to be less chances of me pulling me champions that I do not have and do not want, because I don't necessarily want more Sigs on Ironheart or Destroyer. And the champions entering will have fairly solid. I'm not going to say this is exciting Titan Crystal. Like I do think that this is one of the weaker Titan Crystals that we have had with the current existing one. I do think once we get rid of Silver Sable and Spider-Punk, if his buff and tune-up is not great, it's still going to be a fairly mid crystal, but definite improvement because of Northstar and Patriot still being there, and Leader, which I think are also failures for the most part. I do think, however, the addition of these champions is going to be one of the more decent lineups that the Titan Crystal has seen recently. Okay, here's the deal. I can't say my shots forever. I am looking for new champions to upgrade, and if I were to pull Enchantress, I would take her up. If I were to pull Count Nefaria, I'd probably take him up as well. If I was to pull and dupe Nova, I would love to rank up Nova. Similar with Prowler, if I was to pull and dupe Nova, I'd rank that up. Maybe Sim to rank 2, sure, why not? So, you know, Shatra to rank 2, 1, similar type of things. Like Black Widow Deadly Origins, I would rank 2 as well. So, even though hardly any of the champions are up there, overall MCOC qualities, you know, wise, there's enough in it, new or decent and good, that I'm interested in. Especially because otherwise my 7-star luck is quite awful from basics as well. And yeah, there is a half decent chance that from 5 Titan Crystals I could pull something that I want to upgrade and want to take up. So I will be starting to open these as soon as they update. That also, however, means I'm currently end up saving my basic shards until that champion pool updates, mainly because I'm going to be after like Luke Cage, and obviously there are a ton of other pulls and dupes that I'm after, like Havoc dupe is exactly what I'm after, Bullseye dupe, Onslaught dupe, Red Skull dupe, First Time Penny, First Time Werewolf by Night, Photon dupe. So yeah, and obviously Luke Cage pull and dupe. So I'm also right now going to be holding up my basics until the change. So that in total means that we should have a fairly substantial opening coming up as soon as this Titan Crystal changes. Now here's the question for you guys. What do you plan on doing? How many shards have you saved up? If you have been saving up shards, will you carry on saving? Because obviously this crystal will not include Jack-o'-lantern. This crystal will not include Scream, both of whom I'm kind of, well, looking forward to finding out more about, but none of them so far have been looking awful, to put it like that. And yeah, that'll be another 2 months though. That'll be like December time opening Titan Crystals, and I don't think I quite want to wait that long myself. How do you rate this crystal though? It's quite interesting. I mean, a lot hangs in, like, this is kind of funny, talking about Titan Crystal, but a lot hangs in the balance program right now. You know, Silver Sable is getting into now. We do not know about Spider-Punk and Prowler. I doubt Prowler's getting changed, but I hope Spider-Punk is. Then obviously we have North Star, Patriot, and Leader and Arcade, all 4 of whom I hope are getting buffed. Hey, so theoretically speaking, if Kabam keeps on buffing these, well, less than stellar characters, this could, in theory, be quite a good crystal. At the moment, I'd rate it as 6 out of 10, 5 out of 10 type of crystal. It's definitely not, you know, oh my god, I need to do everything I can to chase Titan Shards type of crystal. It is, I thought Titan Crystals were meant to be better type of crystal. But hey, make do with what we have. Let me know your thoughts and opinions, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the